This is take one. Hello YouTube. So this is going to be my first ever video. So to introduce myself, my name's Sophia. If you couldn't tell from the title of this video, from looking at my profile, that I really love Fire Emblem. And so today I thought it would be cool to show you all two singular people watching this my Fire Emblem collection. That's the word. That I have amassed this far. I got into it about 2019, I'd say, in like the fall. My first game was Fates. It's like, haha, make fun of me, I love Fates. Honestly, I am like the #1 Fates apologist. But anyways, so here we go. To start it off, so I broke it down into sections. So I think I'm gonna start with the figures because, you know, even though the games is like obviously like, you know, the main part, I feel like more proud of the figures, also because they cost a lot more money. Yeah, so here we go. This is the first ever figure I got for Fire Emblem, the Felix pop-up parade. He was about 35 bucks, which is the original retail price. Let's see if we can, show him here. Yeah, I love pop-up parade. I've been collecting them for years. I just think the detail's really good, especially for the price point. Like, the scale too, it's not bad. Like, I mean, there are some figures that same level of quality and they're way more expensive, so yeah, I really love Felix, one of my favorite characters ever. My brother is also very into Felix. Felix lovers all around, love that guy. Now, I have Claude for my second pop-up parade. I also got him for 35 bucks, which is original retail price. I have pretty much just the same comments for him as I do for Felix. Quality's really good. I love that he's, you know, not really that whitewashed, which is, you know, sometimes a bit rare for anime figures. Like, this is gonna be a tangent, but I really wanted this one, well, it's like a Gunnar figure, but there's this one figure of Valletta from Code Geass, and she's like my brown queen, like, ambiguous brown character, I feel represented, right? And then they, like, whitewashed her in the Gunnar figure. I was like, like, she's still visibly darker than some of the other ones, visibly tanner, I guess, but it's just like, it's like, bro, why is she light-skinned? Right, and then I also have Edelgard pop-up parade, which I did get for a little higher than the retail price. She was about 45 bucks, but she was also out of box. Just because I got her last year, so that's like 2024 or 2025. But yeah, since, I mean, it was a couple years after they originally released, and, you know, sometimes there's price gougers on eBay and Mercari. But yeah, I got her from Mercari. Claude, I think I got from eBay, and then Felix was like the fucking Crunchyroll website or some shit. But yeah, again, same exact comments. I actually love Edelgard. Might make a video in the future about 3 houses, and I will be sure, it's not focusing very well, I will be sure to mention my love for Edelgard because, oh, she's a war criminal. Ugh. Okay, so is every other fucking Fire Emblem lord, okay? Alright, now we're getting into the good stuff. Well, that was already good, but you get it. Woo! So, this is my Scale Lyn figure. Woo, let's go, let's go. I actually got her for 150 bucks, new in box, from eBay. The seller said that they had won her at some sort of like anime event raffle, and they never touched her, so onto the eBay, I guess. But she is usually about 200 to 300 original retail price. I'd say like 250 maybe, so getting her for a lot less was, you know, definitely fun, especially I got her back when I was not getting paid very much at my old job. But yeah, I just love the scale figure. She's actually my first scale figure I ever got. The only other one I have right now, I think, is Roy. We'll get on to that. But yeah, the detail's just super nice. I really love how they did her hair. It just looks so beautiful. This is, I'm trying not to break it, but, you know, yeah, she's super cute. The sword details, just the amount of detail I love that they put into her. And, you know, I love that we got her because even though she's old gen, she's one of the pretty popular characters. And I feel like old gen merch is not exactly, in a lot of circulation right now, or being produced, I should say, but yeah, love her. I did take some cool pictures with her in the grass when I got her. I'll try to remember to put it up on screen. But yeah, just super cool all around. Oh my goodness, it's Roy! It's Roy! But yeah, he's probably one of the biggest, most expensive things I ever owned. That's a figure. So he was about $400, and I actually did not pay for it myself. I got him as a gift for graduating high school because I didn't fucking fail, even though I'm lazy as shit. So my parents got him for me for, graduating. And this is a good graduation gift, gave me incentive to actually pass the last couple months, because senioritis sure as fuck got to me. But yeah, again with Lynn, the scale figures are just so detailed, so big, they feel like if I drop him on the floor, he will snap in half. But that's just part of it, So let's see if I can get him up to the camera too. Roy. Yeah. And, I've been a fan of Roy for a while because I made him in Smash. Ooh, Smash fan alert. But I actually played Binding Blade for the first time this past, April. And so I got him, very soon after I beat it for the first time, which I didn't think I would ever do when I was younger, so it was very cool to see Roy. I love Roy. Now I have the Figma Lucina. Yeah, I do also love Figma, much like Pop-Up Parade. It's, one of the few brands I'm very loyal to. The thing with Figma, though, is, obviously it's kind of pricey, but for a few, I will justify the price. The Lucina I did get out of box for about $50 on, eBay or something, so I didn't pay full price for her inbox, but she has all of her parts. They're over in the bag somewhere in storage, but yeah, she's very cool. Figma is always very posable. The only thing is that I'm always afraid of losing her hands, which is more of a me problem than a her problem, but yeah, she's just super detailed all around. The paintwork is always so good, astonishes me, because it's so small too. And as, someone who has customized figures and dolls before, it's, a pain in the ass. Alright, moving on to the next one. He kind of broke, but I have the Nendoroid Marth. And he was about $30 out of box on Mercari, I think. But, yeah, he's super cute. This is the only Nendoroid I own, or really want to own, other than maybe some of the other Fire Emblem ones if I decide to down the line, but there's not a lot of other characters I really want. Yeah, so his cape did break off, and it's something I can probably fix if I actually sit down and stop being lazy, but, you know. So, yeah, out of box, but complete, I'm pretty sure. I think he has everything, but I don't know, I just don't really like the Nendoroids as much as, I know a lot of people, really glaze them, because they are really cute, and I love how they look, but it's just, this is, this would be $50 in box at least from Good Smile. It's I don't really want to pay that much for it, and just because it's really small, even his skirt pieces, not skirt, that's part of his shirt, whatever, even though they're not broken, they just fall off a lot, and since they're so small, it's kind of, hard to put it back on. But yeah, I still love him, he's cute. Alright, now getting on to one of my favorite niche items in my collection. I have the Sigurd trading figure from the 90s, Genealogy of the Holy War, anybody? So yes, I got into FE4 my senior year, which was last year, and I was just looking at pictures of Sigurd and Lewin online, and I happened to find these really well-priced listings on a website, I think it's called Lavitz Figure. I don't know, I'll put it on screen, but they had Sigurd and then also Lewin and a few others that I only got Sigurd and Lewin for only $25-$30, which is wild because if you go on eBay and Mercari, they go for $90 at least, $75 to $90 maybe, minimum. So I was whoa! So I ended up copying, because oh, he's so cute. Yeah, so since they are trading oh my god, get your sword out of your face, bro. Is this why you died? But yeah, so, the detail's actually not bad. If you can actually see his eyes, they're actually pretty well painted on for being, a cheap trading figure. You did have to assemble him. I kind of just super glued him together at the waist, because that's mainly what was coming out. Which, I mean, it's just a figure flaw, I guess. It's not really, that bad. Pretty easy fix, but yeah, just since, you know, I don't want him falling apart, and I like taking him around with me sometimes, but yeah, he's really cool. It's really interesting to see some of the older Fire Emblem merch. Yeah. So, Sophia approved. I love Sigurd. I just wish that they made the Gen 2 characters in the trading figure, I guess, like, line. And now here is Lewin! Oh my goodness, I love Lewin! So, yeah, like I said before, Lavit's figure, $30 about a year ago or so. Yeah, the only thing with the Lewin figure, though, is, well, first of all, he keeps breaking off the stand, which also might be a me problem because I take him around everywhere to school and whatnot. But also, so this cape piece right here, that was separate from, like, the rest of him when you have to assemble him. But it's like you gotta get it over his shoulders, but under his scarf. And there's no easy way, you just gotta force it on and hope it doesn't break. I looked it up on like Reddit and stuff, and they just said, yeah, you just gotta force it on. So if you do get the Lewin figure, just be careful of that. But I love him. He's, you know, other than that, oh, and also his hand came broken off, but again, just super glue. It's very easy to fix. But yeah, I just really love seeing the like 90s style figures since they have all the big 90s bangs that I love so much. Yeah. I think it's like a PVC figure, so they do feel actually pretty good. I'd say they probably feel as good, if not better, than a lot of trading figures nowadays. Like, I'll see like JJK ones or Dragon Ball or something at the store, and I don't think they're as nice as those in terms of blind bags. Alright, and so the final thing in my figures category is a custom I made myself. So I made a custom. It's coming apart on the legs. Don't look at that. I swear I know how to sew. But yeah, I made a custom of female Robin. The base doll, I'm not exactly what brand it was. I found her at Goodwill for like $1. And I was like, oh, she's cute. Sat on my shelf for like a year. Didn't know what to do with her because I was like, she's cute. I kind of want to fix her up, but like, you know, she doesn't really fit any of my other doll clothes. And then one day I was like, hey, I should make a Fire Emblem custom. And I should make a custom with her. And I was like, who has white hair that I like? Robin! And female Robin doesn't have any official merch, I don't think, other than, like, you know, like keychains and miscellaneous stuff. So, yeah, we had that. I sewed, all of this is mostly just, like, scrap fabric that I sewed, and then, you know, did some paint for the details, but, yeah, honestly not bad for my first custom, because even though I've wanted to get into that forever, this is, like, the first real one I've done. But, yeah. If you ignore that her pants are coming out, she's cute, she's cute. You know what, I think we need a female Robin scale figure instead of making female Byleth for the 80th time. That would be cool. Alright, now we're on to the second part of the video, which is amiibos. So amiibos need no introduction if you're a Nintendo fan. Most of the people that collect them just collect them to have a cool little guy in their collection, not to actually use them, and I'm one of those people. So to start, I have Marth. Oh. So I got him for about $20 in box. Most of these I got for around the same price in box. So, I mean, it's like amiibo quality, what would you expect? You know, sometimes the face gets a little fucked up and we make memes about it on Pinterest. But, yeah, he's actually really nice. So since he's the first, oh no, he's the second Fire Emblem amiibo I have, actually. That's a lie. My first one was Corrin. But yeah, so when I was a kid, I always really wanted the amiibos, but I don't know, I just didn't go to the store as much, so I didn't get them. But my second cousin, every time I'd go over to her house in the summer, she has this giant fucking closet of amiibos. I don't know what she did with it now, because I think she like cleaned it up. But anyways, I saw that as a kid. I was so jealous. I was like, you have a whole fucking wall of amiibos? Like, give me some, give me some. And I always really wanted Marth for some reason. Probably because he's, like, one of my favorite characters. One of the first characters I made in Smash. What got me into Fire Emblem. But, yes, Marth. Love him. When I got him, I was like, you know what? 10-year-old me would be foaming at the mouth right now. It was so cool. Alright, next one I have is Tiki. If you couldn't tell, I'm sort of going in order of games and a order of, you know, how I got them, but so I got her for my birthday, actually. My brother got me her. So she was probably about like 20-30 bucks, new in box. Yeah, I love her. She's very cute. I've been playing the Shadow Dragon remake and I recruited her, and she's pretty good unit, pretty good unit. Could use some HP, but I love Tiki. She's one of those characters that's just like a staple in the franchise, and it's really nice to have her. I'm not sure if she has a lot of other merch or not, but she's cute. Alright, next we have the Echo's So him and Celica, I got them in the same order, but it wasn't the one where they're in the same box. They were in separate boxes, but they came together. So they were about 25 each, 50 total. So, yeah, I love him. Gotta love Alm. I love the Alm and Celica. You know, they have some sort of, attention put on them by Nintendo, because Echoes did not sell very well, so Fire Emblem refuses to have an FE4 remake. Instead we get Fortune's Weave or whatever, but yeah, love him, and then I'll just shift Celica too while I'm here. Oh. Alright. Yes, very pretty. I think Alm looks a little goofier, but Celica's very pretty. Again, the paint detail is actually very good on amiibos, especially since they're so, like, I guess mass-produced. Like, pretty much all the amiibos are very nice quality, especially for that size. Like, you find with anime figures, even a lot of time when they're, like, this big, you're like, oh, they look a bit wonky, but yeah, no, these are really nice. I think all of the prices I paid for them, which is like $25-30, I think that's reasonable, especially since, I mean, you do get some stuff in-game, but that's never my highest priority. Oh my goodness, next is Roy, my son. Again, like 25 bucks in box. Yep. Yeah. Don't have much to say, I just love Roy. I just love Roy, man. The only complaint I have, and this is, I guess, more of a Smash complaint than an amiibo complaint, but I wish they had him in, like, his more original outfit, like in his scale figure. I don't know, I just don't really like the new one, except for, like, these, like, leg warmer looking things. I think those are so funny, I love them so much. But yeah, isn't Mir, does he look kind of, like, buffed up a little bit in Smash? Like, he's so tiny and skinny in all the FE6 artwork, and then you get to Smash and he's just, like, he looks built. Like, he looks lean. Like, he's not, like, buff, but whatever. Alright, next in the franchise, skip over whole section, because I don't have Ike yet. I am going to get Ike eventually, but I don't know. Yeah. So, we have Male Robin. I also got as a Christmas present or something for my brother. If you couldn't tell, we get each other amiibos a lot. But, yeah. I remember I was very disappointed when I found out they had no female Robin amiibo, because she was like one of my mains in Smash. Female Robin, I love female Robin. I made that doll I just showed off, like, I love her. So, yeah, male Robin isn't too bad either. I've actually never played as male Robin in Awakening. I might, just to marry Flavia, honestly, because she's fine. Next, I have the Fire Emblem series Chrom. I do want to get the Smash series one at some point, but I'll start with this because it's good enough, and I really love the little, like, bases more than the Smash ones, which is, like, super not important, but yeah. He was also a Christmas present and probably, like, 25 bucks, like, not that much. But yeah. I love Chrom. I actually had beef with Chrom for the longest time. I know, I'm so delusional beefing with fictional characters, but it's fun, okay? For, like, 4 years, until a couple years ago, I was like, wait, Chrom's kind of funny. I like him. And so now, he's a G. He's on the G list. Lucina also got her as a present for like 25-30 bucks. But yeah. I feel like I've been sleeping on Lucina a little bit. I forgot to bring this up when I was doing her Figma, but Lucina's always one of those characters that you like, but I'm not like a huge fan of, which, like, I know Lucina has some absolutely die-hard fanatics, is probably the right word for it, but like, I always liked her, but she was never like, oh my god, Lucina! Like, I don't know, but she's cool. Love her. Flat-chested queen. I salute. People who draw Lucina fan art with giant jugs. Fuck yeah. We have the last amiibo, and my favorite item in this part of the collection, Male Corrin. So, if you couldn't tell from probably my profile picture, that is Male Corrin. And, oh, I will yap about him in the future. He has been my #1 favorite character since July 2019, before I even played Fates for the first time. He has been my favorite, my main, my number one, my huzz, if you will, the fine shit. What else? I don't know, I'm out of brain rot. Anyways, yeah, so he was actually the first amiibo I got. I just remembered my brother got him for me for one of my birthdays. I think it was my sweet 16, actually, so I mean, you know, I might have been depressed as shit and didn't have a party, but I got this Corrin amiibo, and that's all that matters. So yeah, he's kind of fucked up. So like this part came off, and I tried gluing it down, and then it just like made it worse, so I like low-key just peeled the glue off and let it go. He's kind of slanting to one side. Yeah, he was on the stuffed animal pile on my bed. You can't really see, but yeah, then I had to move him to the shelf recently because he's getting so obliterated, which is like, yeah, never be an autistic girl with a favorite character figure, because I bring him around everywhere, and that's how he got like this. But yep, love Corrin. Might make a Corrin defense video one day, because, you know, he's fucking dumb as hell, but like, that's what I love about him, right? But yeah, that's it for the amiibos. Now we're on to everybody's favorite part, what we've all been waiting for. What physical copies of games do I own in my Fire Emblem collection? So we're starting off either very strong or very addicted to spending money, depending on how you look at it, but I got a physical copy of Fire Emblem 7. So this was actually the first old gen game that I played. I played it on the like Nintendo Switch online emulator thing. There's a huge ass glare because of the case, but I don't really feel like taking it out. Or maybe I will. But yeah, so I found this at my local game store, which is like retro games, pre-owned. But, you know, it was $170, which is like, yikes. To be fair, I just got paid and I was in the mood to spend, but yeah, I mean, it's supporting local, so yeah, plus it's not any cheaper online, so yeah, maybe I will take it open. Alright, so here it is out of box, or out of the casing, I should say, so I guess it's like, you can see it better. This is gonna be mirrored, unless I unmirror it, I don't know, but yeah, Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance, whoa. And I also got a pink Game Boy Advance from that store too, so I can actually play it. So yes, here's the cartridge. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see, we also have the manual in here, I believe. I'll see if I can slip it out. We have a couple things. So first we have the instruction booklet, and it's in really good condition for being pre-owned too. Like, whoever had it before clearly took very good care of it, because I feel like it's very rare to find GBA games like in the box and the box isn't destroyed. So yeah, that's we got the artwork with the main characters. Let's see, just warnings. Oh, we have like a little introduction page with the artwork. I actually really love that artwork. I have like the full version downloaded, and it makes a good wallpaper. Alright, controls, I'm not stupid. Commands, I'm not stupid, I know how to play the game. Okay, here's whoa, it's a picture of Ellawood, no way. I love Ellawood. If Roy is my son, then Ellawood is my bitch. All this stuff. Yeah, pretty much what would be in a manual, so. And then it also came with this other thing. So it has the dragon on it, and it says, Fight with Fire. Oh, you can subscribe to Nintendo Power and receive a free player's guide? Whoa! Wild. Alright, yeah, this is just sort of, shit. Oh. Yeah. Alright, but yeah, even though it's you know, I don't really need it. Like, it's cool seeing, like, the extra little things that the game comes with. Makes me feel like I'm a kid in 2003 and I pick up FE7 for the first time and I'm like, whoa, what is this? And then I become autistic again. Anyways, I think it's really funny how it just has Guy Insane on the back. Like, why Guy of all people? Like, he's funny and I like him, but to be honest, he's not the best unit in the game. Now we have my favorite game in the whole series. We have Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I got this for Christmas when I first got into Fire Emblem. I remember me and my one friend, we both got it for Christmas, the same Christmas. And so we had a race on who could finish it first, which to be fair, he had a head start because I also got Birthright. And I was playing Birthright first and then Awakening, and he just went straight to Awakening. But yeah, the cover art's always very nice. I just kind of wish Henry was on it. I love Henry. Should put Henry on it, but yeah. There's Flavia though, by the side. So that's cool. And then there's the back. Yeah, oh, there's Emerald. Oh, moments before disaster. Alright, now we'll open it up. Alright, we just had a little paper fall out. A little manual paper or whatever. But yeah, there it is. I have the cartridge right in there. I play that game way more than I should, and that is why it is my favorite, because I will impulsively just start another run for absolutely no reason. I have Birthright, which I mentioned I also got for the same Christmas. I think they were, all of the 3DS games were all like $40 new in box. This was like 2019, 2020, but like I feel like the 3DS game prices still haven't gone too high compared to like Path of Radiance and stuff. So yeah, we have the artwork, we have the Huzz, we have Corrin. Yeah, we got everybody. Fate's artwork I also really love. Then on the inside, we have the cartridge again. I did play that recently. It's actually, I know it has the reputation of being like baby's first Fire Emblem, but I like it. I think it's an easy little quick playthrough if I just want something to do like over a weekend or whatever. Oh, there's the back. Oh my goodness, it's Corrin again. Next in the Fates franchise, I have Conquest. So this was the first Fire Emblem game I ever played. I was very bad at it because of Conquest. Chapter 10 nearly made me stealth exit, shall we say. But yeah, so, you know, this just really brings me back looking at it. I remember looking at the cover art for the first time when I was like 12, and I was like, whoa, that's so cool. They're all emo. Yeah, there's the back. Embrace the dark. Amen. And then, can this thing open? Hello? Okay. Yep, and then we have cartridge. Yeah. I remember the day I first played that game, booted it up, put that little cartridge in. So fun. Alright, next we have Fire Emblem Echoes, which I got for Christmas the year after I got Awakening. So this was like COVID lockdown that I got this. And that's what I did. That's what I was depressed. I was in 8th grade, but I played Fire Emblem, and that's what matters. So yes, we have Almond Celica, love them. I think the cartridge, yeah, the cartridge isn't in there. It's in my DS right now because I was doing a little impulsive replay. I just really wanted to see Forsyth. I think that was the main thing. But there's the back. Yeah, Echo's artwork is definitely my favorite. I don't remember the name of the artist. I'll try to remember to look it up, but on Pinterest, they keep on recommending me in the the ads section a game that the artist did the artwork for that game too. So I'll see it and I'll be like, Echo's artwork, Echo's artist, whoa. But yeah, honestly very underrated. I think anybody that plays this game will tell you it's very underrated. And if we do get a Genealogy remake, which is probably not going to happen, definitely not anytime soon, I really hope it's in this style or just very similar to this. Though I do wish they had more than one thing in their inventory. I guess that's sort of nice that you don't have to worry about weapon breakage, but also it's just like I can't make them switch weapons. I can't carry my concoctions and vulneraries. Oh. 3 houses for the Nintendo Switch. I don't think the cartridge isn't in here either, but I really love how the inside has, you know, all the different characters with all the different routes and the artwork. Let's look at that one more time. Clawed upside down. Whoa! Yeah, as much as I always yap about 3 houses being super overrated, I actually do really love 3 houses. When I play it, I usually have a good time, albeit I do get bored pretty easily, but yeah, I've had some good summers with 3 houses. Warriors 3 Hopes. Fun fact, I bought this a year and a half ago and I still have not played it, but I got it because it was half off. Yeah, also the cartridge isn't in here, but the inside isn't as interesting. It's just a map of Fodlan, I think. Which, I mean, you know, I'm not the biggest Fodlan geography expert, but yeah, I don't know. I can't really say anything about the game because I haven't played it. I was sort of just getting out like, oh, I'll play it in the future, but I'm too busy playing Sacred Stones for the 8th time in the week to really do that. Alright, and the last thing I have game-wise in my collection is Engage. So yes, I remember being very excited when this dropped. Engage, I actually think I had more fun playing Engage than Three Houses, which is like a whole other conversation I could get into, but not right now. So I actually really love some of the artwork. I think the artwork's good, and I don't mind the art style, it's just that I think some of the character designs are ugly as shit. Like, first of all, Pepsi. I know everybody said it before, but Pepsi. Marth actually looks really good in this game. I love how he looks. The other emblems would look good if they didn't randomly, like, change color palettes, but... And we got Tamara, Alfred, two of my favorites. Yeah. And then there's the back. Oh, Lynn. So... Yeah, as much as Engage's writing was sucky, I thought it was fun. Okay, I also don't have the cartridge in this. I don't know where the hell they all went, but yeah, just the little, like, little wheel with all the emblem artwork, and the whole dragon thing. Where's Leaf? Oh no, okay, Leaf. Is that him? Oh my goodness, it's Leaf! Whoa! Whoa, I love Leaf. So yeah. That's it for games that I own. I have also played, though, well, Binding Blade I mentioned, Thracia, I started, got to chapter 10, rage quit many times, it's been a year. Sacred Stones, I've not played any of the Tellius games yet, that is on my bucket list for this year, and I've been playing Shadow Dragon, the remake, and I will play the originals and then also New Mystery at some point. Oh, and an honorable mention is the new 3DS version of the original Warriors, which I know I had because we just had it in our like gaming collection before I actually started playing the games. And I don't know where it went. We've been looking for it. It's been like 6 years. We're not finding it, okay? We might have taken it to like a hotel and lost it, I'm pretty sure. That's the, you know, biggest theory right now, but I don't really want to spend money on Warriors, even though Corrin's in it. So yeah, honorable mention because I had it at some point and now it's just gone. Next section is actually very, very short. It is books. So yeah, there are not a lot of Fire Emblem books other than the manga, which most of it is like Japanese only for physical copies, which I might get a big lot just to have on my shelf, but it's not something I'd be able to read without, you know, translating, and I don't know Japanese. The art book for Fire Emblem Awakening, I highly suggest that you get it if you love Awakening because it has behind the scenes, all the official character artwork, good quality in case you want to like scan it yourself, make it a wallpaper. So I won't open it just since like go look at it yourself, but normally it's like somewhere between like 40, 50, 60 bucks maybe. I'd say like 50. I got it half off on like Target or something, which is like fun. Yes, I remember I was so excited when this came in the mail that even after I came home from my giant ass long shift at work and my feet hurt, I was running all around. I was like, whoa, I can see Henry. And then, you know, I'm not gonna find the page, but it has the artwork for the old characters they brought in from like the free DLC. So I really love the artwork for Leaf and Zelif in that one, which I'll put it up on screen if you don't know. But next is these cipher journals that went along with the cipher cards, which, interesting, I didn't know these were a thing until I was buying a whole bunch of cipher cards, and then I saw these. They were only like 12 bucks for the 3 of them, but it has, you know, different characters on it, I guess, so we'll go one by one. So I'm gonna start with Leaf, because Leaf is one of my favorite lords, if you probably couldn't tell from me looking at the Leaf artwork on the Engage thing. So we have Leaf up here, and then Sigurd, Ira, and Nana. I think that's Ira. It probably is. There are a lot of black-haired sword people in genealogy, unfortunately, and I do not know all of them. But yes, love Leaf. The inside, so the paper's yellow since the outside is yellow, and then there's just this little leaf thing down in the corner, so he's watching you when you draw. And then here's the back. We have some more characters. So there's Quan Is that... Oh, that's Lachesis. Oh, if I ever get into my FE4 opinions, Lachesis is, you know, not my favorite, I think. Julia, I believe. Selif, my boy. Altena. Deirdre? Deirdre, is that how you say your name? And I think that's Eldigan. I'm gonna be honest, I can't tell Eldigan and Ares apart. Unless they're, like, side by side. But... I'm pretty sure that's it. Alright. Next we have the Marth one. So this one's red, so we have Sita there, Merrick, and then Tiki. You know, the gang. And then on the back we have... Who is that? Is that Katarina from the remakes? I think it might be. Yeah, I don't know anything about her because I haven't played New Mystery yet, but, I don't know, she looks kind of boring. I don't really like her. And then, who's that? Is that Lena? Might be Lena, or it might be... I don't know what other red-haired cleric there is. I'm disgustingly unfamiliar with a lot of these characters, even though I've been playing the game. Is that Cain? I have no idea. I hope that's Cain and Abel. If it's not Cain and Abel, I'm, like, actually dumb. Yeah, I don't know who, like, half of these people are, I'm gonna be honest. Unless that's, like... I'm not gonna embarrass myself and try to guess. But then we have Lind and his sister Elise. And then... Oh, the inside for him is also yellow, I guess. So maybe it isn't the same color as the outside. I wouldn't know. I haven't used any of these yet because I'm too scared to ruin them. Oh, and then each of them have this little, like, bookmark with the cipher thing. So I guess they did come in, like, a pack, since it has the 3 I have here. And the final one is female Corrin. Which, I mean, I don't despise female Corrin. I just prefer male Corrin. And I'm a little bit, you know, salty about the fact that she gets all the artwork and stuff. Yeah, then we also have Camilla and Jacob and Leo. And on the back we have Elise, Sander, Gunter, Azora. Oh my goodness, male Corrin, there he is. I actually really love that artwork. Flora, and then Felicia. And then the inside again, and it also has the bookmark. Alright, so next we have CDs. So I love the soundtrack of pretty much every Fire Emblem game. I will listen to that, like, without shame, in the car, while I'm doing work. It's just good music, right? So I've been trying to collect some of the CDs, though some of them do get pretty pricey, so, you know, it's still a growing collection. But, so we'll start with, I have the genealogy of the Holy War sound selection. So this isn't the full one, this is basically, it's just like nicer versions of the main chapter musics. Right, so it's not exactly what's in the game, it's sort of like a bit of a remix. Actually sounds like music and not like SNES noises, but yeah. So there's the back with Sigurd and Deirdre, track list. Alright, inside, this is the CD itself, and then we have a little booklet, which I will open it up and show it because it has some pretty cool artwork in it. So yeah, there's Selif again. So this sort of just explains, I think, some of the history. I can't read Japanese, so I wouldn't know. Yeah, next we have a whole bunch of the characters here. So I think we got Sigurd, we got Noish and Alec on this side. Now, Noish and Alec need to be added to Heroes, Justice for my boys. Good Christmas nights. And we got Arden, everybody's favorite sexy character. And then Ideen, Midir, and Oife. Then on this side we got Arvis, Azel, my bestie Azel. That is... I don't remember his name, so I'm not even gonna try. We got Lex. Is that Velthomer? I don't know, some evil guy I know. And then Father Claude. I think I might just upset some Three Houses fans by saying, who's better, Father Claude or Brown Claude? As a joke, though, I do love Three Houses Claude. And oh, we have even more. So we have Quan, Finn, Ethlyn, Jomke, Deirdre, Eldigan, Lachesis, and then Selif. And then there's just a map with probably more text over it. I can't read that. So next, I have the full soundtrack for Thracia 776. So as I mentioned before, I haven't played the whole thing myself, but I watched a playthrough of it to learn the lore, and the music was awesome. I would put it in the background to study. Same with genealogy. So, yep, there it is. There's not really any official artwork on the front and back. It's just a castle. It looks kind of scary. I don't know. Like, I think it's funny how it's like an actual photograph. Like, it's like, nah, this is Leonster Castle. This is what it looks like in real life. Here we have 2 discs. So that's disc 1, and see if we can we flip it? Yes, we can. And then there's disc 2. There isn't too much artwork, just the logo, which I actually do like Thracia's logo. Might be one of my favorite logos. But yeah, and then we have the little booklet information. We have the track list. Leaf's theme goes hard. Oh my god. We just have some more stuff. Oh, here's some of the characters. Alright, it says on the side, Amalda, Asbel, Condor, Sias, Dagdar, Dean, Avil, Finn, Glade, Homer, Leaf, Linoan, Miranda, Nana, Sarah, Selfina, Alright, so I think this is the lady that sings Blowin' in the Wind, which is like the actual singing track. I think Blowin' in the Wind might actually be the best, you know, like song from Fire Emblem. Like, throw aside whatever the Three Houses song is called, throw aside Lost in Thoughts All Alone, like, it is Blowin' in the Wind. It is Blowin' in the Wind. It's a good song. And then just more yapping. Alright, now we have the Blazing Blade sound selection. Oh, you can see the whole reflection in that thing. Alright. And then there's no back. That's cool. Yeah, this case is like cracking in half, but there is the CD. It's that same artwork that was in the official game. Do love that artwork. And now let's look at the little booklet, because I believe there's some art in there. Alright, so this is the front. It just says Fire Emblem Premium Soundtrack. So again, with same with Genealogy, this isn't the full soundtrack. This is just like remixed versions of the main themes and whatnot. So there's the track list, and then inside we have some writing. Oh, there's a little ad for The Binding Blade. Very good game all around. I love the Olibe lore. We have the sound selection for Echoes / Gaiden. So it just came in this, it doesn't have like an actual case like the other ones, it's just this thing here, which is like, I really hope I don't accidentally get makeup on it, because you will see it and it's never coming out. But yeah, it's cool. We have the turn wheel artwork on the front, and on the back is that. So the cool thing about the Echoes sound selection is that it goes in between the original versions from Gaiden and then doing the Echoes versions, and it is the ones that play in game. It's not a remix. So it's just very fun to listen to. Yeah, so here it is in the case, or in the little film, whatever you want to call it. I don't really feel like taking it out. We got Almond Celica, and it just says Sound Selection Echoes. Yeah, I would like to get the Echoes, like, full soundtrack, because it's so good. Probably one of my favorite soundtracks ever, but that's like $300, and I work as a teacher. I did not make that much money, right? Alright, now we got the Bane. So everything before then was like $20-$30. This was $115, which admittedly I did get it for Christmas, but still. Alright, so if we take the stuff out, and then there's just a Zora on the front, and the rest on the back. Wait, who's that? Is that Ryoma? Oh, it's Ryoma and Xander. I just noticed. I've had this thing for a while. I don't know why I just noticed that. But yeah, so here is the little booklet that came with it. So this sort of just has more artwork and track listing. So we have Korin, Ryoma, Hinoka. Then we have Nor siblings plus Sakura. Takumi and Leo, gay, homosexual gay, and then Zora. Female Korin, then Jacob and Felicia. And then we have the Birthright versus Conquest artwork. I'm Team Nor all the way. Poor country, but fire. Then we have the cover art there. And then the rest is just talking track listing. Oh, we have... I do not remember the name of that city, and I probably couldn't pronounce it if I did. But yeah, we also have, so this is the little case that it comes in. So this opens up, and we have this giant array of CDs. So yes, there's 8 discs in total. Each one sort of has different character art on it. I think it corresponds with what was in the booklet. But yes, so it is the full soundtrack. It was like $100, but it was worth it. I mean, 8 CDs for $100, like for anything else, that'd be good. So yeah, I love the Fate soundtrack. I think it genuinely is my favorite soundtrack from the Fire Emblem games, and just maybe in general. Like, who knows? Oh, I found another little card in there. Alright, oh, it looks like if you got this back in the day, you could sign up to get stuff for, like, an ad. I do kind of want to get some of the art books that are on there, though. Alright, so next I have keychains and pins, which, you know, I'm a keychain-holic. I buy so many of them, I don't have enough bag space. I gotta hang them on the wall. So, first I have this Male Corin Cypher acrylic keychain. I got him for about $5. You know, the day I bought this, I was having a hard time, and I was like, you know what, screw it, Corin keychain. So yeah, this one's pretty nice. Pretty nice Corin. I love the Hoshido Noble outfit. Alright, the next one is probably my favorite keychain. It is the Male Corin rubber keychain that came in the little, like, blind bags back when the game was being released. I know Awakening also has the same line. And this is the only rubber one I have. I would like to get more, though, because they're very cute. The only thing is that people will try to sell them for, like, a bajillion dollars. So I got him for $9, but, like, I really want one of, like, Henry from Awakening, and he goes for $50, and I'm not paying that much for a keychain. Alright, so next I have this Finn acrylic keychain. I got him off Mercari. I'm not sure where he's from, though. Probably, like, one of those little vendors at cons or whatever. But this is really cute because you have his original design on this side from the early games, and then you have sort of the fancier Heroes one on the other side. And yeah, I thought it was really cool because this is the only, like, Finn merch that I've seen. He's just very underrated. Love Finn, he's my boy. So next, pretty much all of this next stuff is fan-made. So I got this Ignatz one also for like a couple bucks on Mercari. So this one's cute, his post-time skip design, and he's painting. Yeah, I love Ignatz. He is so me. We both got the circle glasses. We're both losers. Also, I do not have him with me right now. I don't know where he went. Oh, he might be... Yeah, I don't know where he is. So I have this Ellawood acrylic keychain that I got off of Etsy. I'll find the seller and put it on screen for everything that I get from Etsy, because I'm pretty sure it's still up if you want to get it. But yeah, so I have Ellawood, very cute. Also put a picture of this in, but I made my graduation cap for graduating high school. I put Fire Emblem 7 stuff on it, and then I put the Ellawood keychain on the tassel, so he might be on there, wherever I put it. He might be on a bag. He might be dead, I don't know. Another fan-made Etsy one, Male Corin. Yes, I love this one. This was the first one that I got. First thing I ever bought from Etsy once I got my credit card. And then I also have one from the same seller that is a Lear. So basically these were like about 15 each, I think. But, so I ordered Male Corin, and then when I opened up the mail, it was Male Lear. So I just messaged the seller. I was like, oh hey, you sent me the wrong one. Like, do you want me to pay again to get Corin this time? They're like, oh no, I'll send you it free of charge. So we have both of them now. Corin goes on the bag. Honestly, I use a Lear as a stitch marker because I lost the other little thing I use as a stitch marker when I crochet. So yeah, we're crocheting with a Lear. Alright, and we have this leaf acrylic I also got from Etsy. The Engage one, of course, because nobody would give a shit about him if he wasn't in Engage. Nobody plays Thracia. What do you mean? There's like 2 Thracia fans left. But yeah, he was also about 15 bucks. I'll put the Etsy seller up. He's very cute, very cute. Love the artwork. And so finally, this is actually official merch. I do not have them all with me, but when Fire Emblem Engage dropped, the My Nintendo members got sent a free pin set of the emblems and Alir and Sami. And so my cousin that I mentioned earlier with all the amiibos, so she was like signed up for that, and they sent her that like back when the game came out a couple years ago. And the last time I was visiting her, she was like, oh hey, I got these pins, do you want them? And my greedy ass was like, oh, do I want those pins? Yes, I do. So she gave them to me. I put them all over my bags. My favorite one was Leaf, and I lost my Leaf pin at school, I think. I don't know. But it's been a year and I'm definitely not finding him. I thought I lost Marth, but it turns out he just fell off in the car, so I recovered him. And I also almost lost Micaiah on the plane, but I realized it right before we got off the plane. So, yeah, only Leaf's gone, that's great. But yeah, I'll put a picture up on screen. I could just buy another set because they're not that expensive online, but it's like the sentimental value. Like, that was from my cousin, like. Alright, so now we have plushies, because I love plushies. You can kind of see it back there. I got way too many stuffed animals around my bed. So the first Fire Emblem plushie I have is Marth plushie. I love Marth plushie. So I got him for about 20 bucks on Mercari, I think, but when he came, he had this nice musty scent to him, but now he smells normal, unfortunately. But yeah, these Fire Emblem plushies are so fucking funny to me. They just look so goofy. I make so many shit posts on Pinterest that have these stupid things in them. Yeah, I don't want them back. You can go on my lap. Alright, and then while we're on the topic of, on-brand plushies, I also have Roy, which I also got for 20 bucks on, like, eBay. Pre-owned. He did come with tags, though. Marth didn't, but yeah. Love Roy. They're so funny. Alright, so I got this fan-made Ferdinand for about 50 bucks, I think. That's what it was on Etsy. So I'll put up the Etsy shop if it's still open. I know they make other Three Houses characters too. If any are available, you can check them out. But yes, I love him very much. Ferdinand. Post-time skip. I do prefer his pre-time skip look. But this is what they got, so this is what I gotta deal with. He's actually very well made. Yeah, he looks like he could be official merch. I really love him. Another thing I got from Etsy, I got this little Leaf. His hair's kind of going all over the place. I swear the person who made this actually knows how to crochet, and I don't, and I just messed him up. So, we got Leaf. So yes, I came across this listing, and it was like, Leaf Fire Emblem, and they also make like Lifis, I think, too, and I was like, whoa, Thracia moment? You never see that these days. So he's very well made. I got him when I was getting into crochet. So, like, looking at him, like, because I never look at, like, the tutorial videos. I sort of just wing it. But, yeah, I love him so much. He's very well made. He sort of has these wires in his arms, so he's posable. He's my favorite. I love him. See, I also got this fan-made male Corrin. I actually commissioned someone else on Etsy that I will put up, but they do, like, Fire Emblem. So I was like, hey, you want to do Corrin for me? So yes, this one was also about $50. Oh, that Leaf one was like $35, by the way, but yeah, I mean, like, when you crochet, like, I don't even mind if you would charge more than that for this, because, like, I know crochet, my hand cramps a lot, like, it takes a while, but yeah, he's so cute. He's so cute, and he has his little Yato made out of felt. He's so adorable. Next, I have some customs that I made since I've been crocheting. So this one I made last year. So this is Finn. Hi, Finn! His arms are a little floppy. I gotta put some sort of, like, wire or something in it. But yeah, so we have Finn, and then I also made, there's a cringe alert, cringing coming, but I made my little OC. That's in genealogy. So they're the same size, they go together, they're besties. Glory to House Leonster. And then finally, I also made this little fan-made Corrin, which it looks like crap compared to the other one, but I wanted him to match the scale of, one of my other dolls that I made of my OC. So yeah, I swear I won't talk about my OC all the time. I'm only a little bit cringe. I'm not that bad, but so something that I've been getting into recently is collecting the cipher cards. So if you don't know, it's Japan only, unfortunately. So I can't actually read it and play it, but I'm not sure when they started, but I know it got canceled, like, very soon after Three Houses in, like, 2019 or 2020, so there isn't that many Three Houses cards for it, and none for anything that came out after that. But I've been collecting these cards recently. I'll buy them in bulk off of, like, sellers on Mercari and eBay and whatnot, and yeah, let's just go through them. I got this one, actually, free from a seller I bought from. I'm not sure what I bought. It might have been that Corin keychain. But they sent me these two. We have Felicia, and then we have this Corin. And then we also had another one that I got as a freebie. So we have this Corin, and we have Laura. So as for the singles that I bought, so we have this Corin. Whoa, guys. Another Corin. You never believe it. Ella Wood. And I have this one with Lewin, post time skip, which was, you know, with all the guys around him, which post time skip for Lewin, I feel like you don't really see that often, probably because he's not playable, but I really love him. He's not as goofy as he is in Gen 1, but, you know, he has some character growth. All of these cards so far, the singles that I showed you were, like, about, like, $2 to $4, $2 to $5 maybe each. This one was 13, so it was a little more expensive, but I mean, like, it's a picture of Lewin. I'll pay for it, okay? Leaf, my son Leaf. And then I have this Ella Wood. Have this Corin. I think this was like the legendary one. So this one I actually paid like $25 for. So it's really cool though. I'm never gonna be able to play this game because I can't read Japanese, but like, he looks awesome, right? The cipher artwork is really just what I wanted with this because the cipher artwork is beautiful. I will use it for anything. If I'm doing like a little like aesthetic posts, always the cipher art go to. Alright, then we have this Lewin, again post time skip Gen 2 Lewin. I got this Leaf with Finn and Nana in the back. This Corin, it looks like he's in the Nor Castle capital. I think it's so funny how King Garen was like, yeah, let's build that shit in the ground. I have this marker card with Ella Wood. I have this marker card with Roy. I have this Nor Noble Corin. I think that the Nor Noble Corin is very underrated. He's my profile picture on YouTube as of now. But yeah, I think he looks really cool. I think that he should be associated with Nor more than Hoshido. My humble opinion, but like, what do I know? Then there's this with Leaf, and you got Finn, Augustus, and the other guy that died, don't remember his name, his like advisors in the back. Yeah, Finn. I don't know why the other two guys are old. Alright, I have this one of Roy. This looks fancy. And I got this one with Seliph, that's a marker card, and then we got Gen 2 Lewin and Julia in the back. I got this Roy marker card. I love that artwork. It looks so good. Like, this is what I imagined him as when he was fighting Zephiel. Like, so badass. And then we have this Corin marker card. I really love this. The cherry blossom trees in the back. It's just cute. And then, since I bought so much shit from that one seller, they sent me a freebie bundle that was still in the packaging. So, and I got from it these two. So this one is Deirdre and baby Seliph, which is so freaking cute. And then we have Arden. Whoa. The sexiest character in Fire Emblem, guys. Look at him. Yeah. Me when my armor unit can't move across the genealogy map because he's so slow, and you don't really tank in genealogy, I fear. Okay, now for some miscellaneous stuff I sort of just have at the end here. So for Christmas, this is from Etsy, I got these two rings that are supposed to be like the engage rings. So this one was for Roy, and I also have... Good lord, he's trying to run away. I also have this one for Leaf. So yes, I didn't have them on at the time, but, you know, I'll put them on now. Emblem! Engage! Alright, then also, I got some more freebies from that giant cipher bundle. They gave me these two postcards. So this one is of Seliph. On the back, it just has, I don't know, whatever. I would not send this to anybody. I'd send this to myself, so I can see the Seliph artwork. And then this one, I think, is Eldigan. Again, like I said before, I cannot tell Eldigan and Ares apart unless they're next to each other, mostly because I don't care about either of them enough to remember what their outfits look like. But yeah, he's cool. He's cool. I like it. The back is just the same. Then I have a couple other things that I don't have with me right now. So for Christmas, my brother got me these, like, Fire Emblem Awakening Exalt brand logo socks. So it's like on the side they have the Exalt brand. I was like, hell yeah. I usually don't wear high socks unless they're up to my knees or thighs because they annoy me, but I'm like, these, I will wear these. I wore those for like 3 days straight. I got that Crom in me. And I also have a Henry cosplay. It's back in my closet since I haven't worn it in a while, but if I do find pictures, I'll put it up, but I did look like shit when I wore it last. But yeah, that was about $90 for the cosplay, I think, which I mean is very well made, but that's why I've been learning to sew my own cosplays, because, you know, they just cost a lot. Alright, so this went on forever, way longer than I thought my first ever video would be, but I wrote down what each item was worth. So some of it is just how much it was worth, some of it is how much I paid for it, some of it's a little bit in between because I did get presents, but it's basically like, what is it all worth in the end? So I added it all up on my calculator app on my phone because I can't count, and the total, drum roll please, I need an actual sound effect, that was ass. My actual total that my collection is worth, about $2,239, which it feels awful that my first video is just like, my collection is worth $2,000. But to be fair, you do have some big items in there, like Roy and, like, Lynn, the Fate CDs, but yeah, at the end of the day, it was kind of the little stuff that added up. Especially with the cards. My Cypher card bundle was like $100. But yeah, I do plan to get some more stuff. Once I do get some more stuff, I will make another video updating you. I really need, or not need, I really want the Ike amiibo, the other Crom amiibo, the Smash series one. They're coming out with new pop-up parades this year, because last year they announced they're doing Hilda, Sylvain, and Dorothea, I think. I want those. I don't really care about Byleth, if you couldn't tell. I might get female Corrin, but I don't know, I kind of just boycott her out of spite that male Corrin never gets anything. And I want the Scale Marth figure. He's sort of on the cheaper side with Lynn, but I just haven't had the chance to get him yet, and I'm running out of space on my Fire Emblem shelf, so yeah, not much else. Yeah, I'm sort of getting to the point where I got pretty much everything I want with Fire Emblem. Kind of excited for Fortune's Weave. Also kind of not excited that it's just Three Houses universe. Geology remake when? Yo, I don't look too bad. Yo, why am I hot? Glory to House Leonster.